Well, hi. Today is Tuesday, February 11th, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. All right, take a look outside. We're going to call that picture before, and then maybe by this time tomorrow, it's going to look a little bit different. We are expecting snow in the area, the first real, truly significant snowfall we've had all winter long. In fact, up to this point, we've only received a total of 1 inch of snow for the entire winter season. This system, I've seen forecasts all over the place, anywhere from as low to 2 inches to as much as 8 inches. I tend to believe in what retired meteorologist Jim Flowers says, and he technically he's retired, but he still is posting weather forecast across social media. And I trust the man, and he's saying somewhere 3 to 5 inches, but he thinks he may be a little bit conservative on that number. So we'll see what we get. We could definitely use the moisture, even if it does come down in the form of snow. And then as we take a look at the forecast, moving on, the snow is going to stick around for a while. My forecast on my phone here says that we may get slightly above freezing on Friday, and then more snow moving in on Saturday. And this particular forecast is saying 3 to 4 inches. Again, it's on my phone. Is it real? I don't know. And then nothing above freezing for highs after that. So it may actually feel like winter around here for a while. We'll see how things go. In the meantime, there is a Coffee and Contacts. The Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce does these once a month, and this one's going to be at Bloomworks on the 100 block in Council Bluffs. So I'm sure that Elisa has everything ready to go for Valentine's Day. So my guess is it's going to smell pretty good in there. Things get started this morning at 8 o'clock. So be sure to stop by and say hello and chance to network with a lot of other business owners and entrepreneurs that are in the area. So hope to be able to see you there. The AIM Institute's mission is to grow a strong and diverse tech community through education, career development, and outreach. Now, one of the ways they do that is through SWIFT, or that is an acronym that stands for Southwest Iowa Free Technical Training. Optimal word in there is free. SWIFT provides accelerated training for Iowans interested in a career in technology. Now, this is all funded through the Charles E. Lakin Foundation. So what does that mean? It means that participants can register at no cost to them. We're going to let you know when the next class window opens up. It's going to be coming this spring. But if you'd like to learn more about everything that the AIM Institute does, their website is aiminstitute.org. Also, GT Motors on Broadway in Council Bluffs, they've got that ever-changing inventory. They're out getting additional used cars multiple times every week. So you never know truly what they're going to have on their lot, but you can trust that it's going to be a high-quality used car. So it could be a truck, could be a large or small SUV, could be a passenger car. I've even seen sports cars out there. So GT Motors can do all of these things for you. You can see their inventory online at gtmotorscb.com, but Garrett is the first to admit that sometimes a car will come onto the lot and it might be the next day before it shows up on the website. So if you want to see the absolute latest of what they have, stop by their lot at 21st and Broadway. And also keep in mind that they even provide on-site financing. GT Motors, 21st and Broadway in Council Bluffs. With us this morning, it is Rick Graybill from FoxCo Fabrication. All right, Rick, I've been thinking about all the different services and the different things that you offer. Is there any way that you can turn my Challenger into a flatbed?
We try.
Never turned down an opportunity, right?
Yeah, we're willing to try most things. So.
Well, and as I think the first day that we met, you said, if it's metal, and I'll say mess with it, but
yeah.
But it's it doesn't seem to matter with you guys that we'll figure it out. You got a project or something like that, and you like the unique stuff.
Yeah, some lineup. That's why I got out of industrial maintenance, and the welding side of that was, it's fun, but when it becomes production work, it just drains the life out of you. So I've always liked to lean into the one-off stuff.
Right.
So don't get me wrong, we got signs. Obviously, we have some smaller production things, but we got a limit on those.
And that's something else that I've always admired about you is you want to stay in your own lane, and it's the lane that you built for yourself. But you
Sure.
know that, hey, I don't want to go down this road of large production things, because trust me, I could send you a ton of business if you were willing to start cranking out 5,000 of something. But you're not going to do that.
No, never. No. There's a bunch of people that do that already, and good for them. But the turnaround on that is it costs them so much to set up that production and then run it that you have to keep running it. Now you borrowed
Right.
too much. So we never borrowed from the bank on anything. We own everything outright. So if I don't work for a month, it's fine. I'm not up against the bank.
Right. No, that's actually pretty cool. And the other thing that's cool about what it is that you do and the quality of what it is that you do is because you're right here locally in Council Bluffs. And
Yeah.
we talked about this before, that it might have been the first farmers market up in Crescent, and I was there, and you were just constantly getting asked the question, where are you from? Where are you at? And everybody was surprised. You're from Council Bluffs? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and then they'll run a background check on you. What school did you go to? Who's your teacher? It's like, I swear to God, I wouldn't lie about being from here.
So you got a big event coming up. It's close to a month away, and you're going to be over at World of Wheels this year.
We are.
What are you taking over there? What is it that if
it'll
people
all
stop by
be
your booth?
it'll all be car related signs. Like the Dad Garage Arrow. Unfortunately, we won't have anything powder coated, so I'll be rough steel.
Mm-hmm.
Shoulder injury, took out powder coating for a couple months.
Oh,
so yeah. So surgery will slow things down, but
people can they purchase the signs, or is it more putting in orders?
yeah, I don't think I'm going to make too many of any of the signs. It'll be more of just a spark an idea. I mean, if you're hell bent on having it, by all means, give me some money and take it. But I'm hoping by the time that ends,
Right.
we'll be back into powder coating again. So if you just hop online and order, this is just to give you a rough idea, get the wheels spinning.
Right.
But yeah, so that's what we're shooting for.
You taking a team over there, or is it just going to be you manning the booth for about however many hours?
I don't know. I think it's like 12-hour days or something.
Oh, man.
No, it'll be Reed, my marketing guy. I think Tanner's going, if I'm not wrong. I doubt you'll see my wife.
That's it's kind of cool though. So are you going to be talking about, because I bring up the flatbeds that you do
Yep.
on the show all the time, and will people have the information there about that, or are you just going to focus straight on the one thing?
Yep. So marketing built a really cool package just on the flatbeds alone. So that's a good just grab, take away, and then you just email us. We send you the build sheet, whatever specs you want. You pick and choose how many D-rings you want on it, how many lights, cab lights, toolboxes, length of toolboxes. Do you have a def tank? Is it dual fuel tank? So you get to kind of cherry pick what you want. Obviously some things you can't change, like the 2 tanks.
Right.
But
what type of people do you feel could benefit from those flatbeds? I mean, we talked before, farmers, contractors. I mean, who needs this?
Me, I need one. I got to buy a truck.
Well, that's true.
So
you got a Dodge. You can test the flatbed on your Dodge and then try to put it on mine.
Yeah, I'll try it. I'm sure insurance will love it.
Oh, that would be interesting. And I've often wondered I wonder if these big heavy rear wheel drive cars could handle pulling any kind of trailer at all and hook it up. I don't think so. I
don't know. I mean, jet ski all day long, but I think outside of that, maybe one of those little John boats.
Yeah.
But like in our cars, like, dude, you get on that slick loading ramp. I don't think you're getting back out.
No, that's it. You're in the water. Yeah, you're in the water. Because these rear wheel drive cars, it's just, because I throw in the wintertime, and I haven't had to worry about it too much until we got this recent ice storm. I'll throw some weight in the trunk just to give me a little bit of extra traction. But other than that, it's like driving old school. I grew up in the 80s, and every car was rear wheel drive almost. This is back before, Nissan was still called Datsun back then. And if somebody had a front wheel drive car, then they were the rich kid. Now, is anybody putting out rear wheel drive other than Dodge as far as a car goes?
I don't know. They were all going electric, and I think they're all pulling away from it now. Things change every 4 years,
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
true.
just I don't know. I I just know I got rear wheel and I got four wheel, so we're good. We got it. We got it
You
covered.
got everything covered. I was just talking to somebody earlier today, and he was bringing up that when I talk about you and I ever hold up this card of yours, he's like, "Oh
Oh
man,
yeah,
that's cool." Because guess what? That is not a photograph. You
yeah,
look at it on the screen and it looks like a picture, but it's not. Is this laser etching? Is that what does this, or what?
yeah,
What?
yep.
Okay,
Yeah, that's a diode laser that does that one. So that back end that takes like 35 to 40 minutes. So yeah, when people were coming up at the farmers market, you know, that's what I do. So I spent days making cards,
right,
and it's everyone's going, man, you're handing those. Don't hand those out, Rick. Don't hand those out. And it's like we can't try to push any kind of metal product and hand out a cheap paper card.
right.
I don't have it in my soul, man. We're gonna
Well,
do
and
it.
that makes sense. So,
So I found a quicker design to do on the back than the Fox. I'll still do a few, but
well, I handed one to somebody because I've got some from you, and I handed one to somebody on Saturday, and he said, "Man, that's cool." He was thinking about getting it. He said, "I wonder what 500 of those would cost." And I said, "I have no idea because he'll never do it."
no, I won't.
You're not
No,
getting that many. It's just not going to happen because, you talk about how long one of these things takes. Now, granted, yours is incredibly detailed, and
yeah,
typically, people aren't going to get something with this much detail, but there's still a ton of time in it,
yeah.
and you can't tie your machine up for a week while you're putting together one card order.
That's why I got two machines.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I
but
lost my
no,
head.
no. It's not feasible, and you wouldn't want to pay the amount it takes. We did a smoke shop in Omaha, and I wish I could remember the name. The guy was super cool, and he was like, "I want 100 cards for like a membership card."
Right.
So it was 0001, 0002. And I said, "Dude, you can't afford that."
Yeah, because it has to
And
be changed every time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then he goes, "Yeah, name your price." And I did, and yeah, I'll write you a check right now. And I was like,
So you're
"All
wondering
right."
now you're wondering what you could have told him, right?
Yeah. No, he was super cool. It was weird going into that place, but it was fun. They're like, "If you want to try anything out," I'm like, I'm good. I'm not in my teens anymore, man.
Oh yeah, that's yeah, they've been working on that stuff. I wouldn't
Oh yeah.
recommend it. How much preparation are you doing for World of Wheels? Do you have all of these things all ready to go? Or are you still coming up with new ideas for signs? Or I
Oh, we're
mean,
always shopping signs. It's trying to figure out the next thing. So I knew about World of Wheels probably back in October.
mhm.
I think is when we got the okay that they'd accept us. Which their setup, their process is kind of weird. I had to email some old guy that's local, and then it goes to national. It's just kind of clunky. So I was
Okay.
like, oh man.
Do you
Um,
really want to do it?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It starts throwing red flags pretty quick. But he was super nice, so it was like, all right, we'll try it, but it has to fit our booth. Like our booth's always been the problem since the
Oh
day
yeah,
we
because you
got
got
it.
it. You do not have a 10 by 10 booth. Yours is on steroids.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's 10 by 15, but it's like the height of it, it's a giant mass. So
mhm.
that's what was hard about Crescent Farmers Market was, we look like carnies out there. It was everybody else like
Right.
could pull up in a Civic and unload their stuff, and we're out there like three guys putting this
Yeah,
thing up. Like,
well, it's not light either, isn't it?
oh,
That awning you have is like it's got some weight to it.
hundreds of pounds. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we keep Tanner around. The human gorilla.
Well, I guess the upside is it's harder when it's windy out to turn it into a sail. The one that I have, yeah, it's I got to get some better weights for it because it just will. I mean, you've seen it. I've had it
Yeah,
out camping when you've stopped out. That it's not built for like the kind of stuff that you're doing, and I
they
need
make
to.
some sandbags that attach to the legs that I thought
Yeah.
about getting for Crescent Farmers Market. And then when the wind was coming up, it was like you had to have everybody like hanging on to it. It's like
Hmm.
we're all probably going to end up a county over dude, this thing.
Yeah. Well, if the wind gets strong enough to pick that thing up, your weight isn't going to stop it.
No, God no.
No.
So
So, but the World of Wheels coming up March 7th, 8th, and 9th. That's at CHI in Omaha. And as you said, you've been planning on this for a long time, and there's going to be a lot of cool things there. You're just one of the things. We want to encourage people to come out, and I don't know. I may stop out there and do a live or something from there. It might be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, love to have you.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Hang out in the booth.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be a good time. So no, it should be a lot of fun. I always try to hit it like every 3 years, just so things get kind of changed around. But yeah, being a vendor, that'll be different because I won't be able to walk around and look at the cool stuff. I just have to sit.
Well, that's why you got to get the other guys there. So
yeah,
because here's what's going to happen is you'll have other people there with you. You'll take off to go walk around and look at stuff, and you're going to come back and they'll have made all these promises to people while you weren't there.
Yeah, it's a good and bad problem.
Yeah, guess what? We signed you up for 1,000 mugs and all have
It'll pay in the long run, I promise.
Yeah. Anyway, always grateful for you, sir. Thank you so much for your time jumping on here. And I'm looking forward to by the way, and I'm going to go ahead and make this announcement right now that you gave me an idea, and we're working on putting this thing together of actually being out on location at some of these small little restaurants and bars around town and doing a food review and that kind of thing. Because everybody has such great food. You go to Council Bluffs Food Lovers site and you see all of the comments about, wherever they were at, how good the food was. And I think that there's a market for that and there's a need for that and people want to see that kind of thing. So we're putting that together right now.
Oh,
so
nice.
When it does, I'm going to have you come out and we'll do a food review at
I'll try some food.
wherever we might be. And I got some other.
Yeah, I got a lot of wacky places to eat.
I'm looking forward to trying someplace new that I haven't been to because, the last time that you and I got together, we were over at MoFish, and I hadn't been there before, and I'm like, oh, man, this is really good. So,
yeah, it's so good. We actually, my brother-in-law and my nephew just went over. He texted me the night before, and he goes, MoFish tomorrow, yes or yes? And I was like, well, I guess I'm going. My nephew loves the frog legs. Another fun thing about my nephew, I got to thank you for this, is, they turn 8. Dude, you're a god until they're about 6 or 7.
Right.
And they just look up to your uncle like, oh, my God, he can do no wrong. That kind of faded out over the last year and a half.
Right.
Just like, nah, whatever. And maybe it's because, he sees me and his dad drunk all the time. Just saying dumb crap. But he goes, you got talking about podcasts. I said, oh, yeah, I've been on a couple podcasts. He's like, it just sparked. And
yeah.
What? And I was like, yes.
There you go. That's your in. Yep.
Yeah.
Get back in with it. Once upon a time, it used to actually matter that, being on the radio or on TV and stuff, now nobody cares, and it's, oh, you're on podcast. Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
But, no, you're welcome here anytime, brother. I'm looking forward to being out and seeing you at World of Wheels and all the other places. So until then, we'll talk to you again real soon.
All right. Sounds good, man.
I've already got World of Wheels on my calendar. I'm looking forward to heading over there, seeing Rick's booth, seeing all of the other displays that will be there. So, again, if you stop out at World of Wheels, make sure you pay Rick a visit and tell him thanks for being such a great sponsor here on Morning Coffee. Another great sponsor on Morning Coffee is Just Sue Creative. They can help build your business with website design, search engine optimization, content creation, marketing, everything you need to take your company to the next level. Sue Pitts has a passion for small businesses. She's been helping them thrive in a digital world for a very long time, and that goes back to her days with the Small Business Development Center. A great starting point to learning more is by visiting her website, justsuecreative.com. Schedule a free consultation. It's easy. Just click on that free consultation button, and then you're on your way. Sue helped with my website, loshillsmedia.com. She can help yours too. Just go to justsuecreative.com. Buckling up for the snow, and I'm taking a look at my pantry. My guess is I probably have 2 days worth of food in there. So is it really necessary to go buy 5 loaves of bread? Probably not. I wouldn't eat them anyway. I'm off all gluten. Yeah, I've turned into one of those people. Yeah, if you want to assault me, come at me with a muffin. I'll just fold. That's going to wrap things up. I'm going to get out of the studio here, head over to that Coffee and Contacts at Bloomworks. I hope to see you there. My name's Todd Studer. We're back here again tomorrow morning.